PHILLIP ROLLO Last updated 12/19, April 17, 2018. George Bennett was hit by a car just a day before the Tour of the Alps got underway. George Bennett was not thinking about the Giro d'Italia when he collided with a car on the eve of his final warm-up race, the Tour of the Alps. The Giro d'Italia, the first Grand Tour on the cycling calendar and one of the New Zealander's three major targets, has been at the forefront of his mind for the past 6 months. But as he skidded over the roof of a car, after being struck while doing a recon on the Stage 16 time trial, less than 24 hours before the Tour of the Alps started in Italy on Monday, Bennett was only thinking about his health. "It was a very lucky escape, very lucky considering what could have been," he said. Read more * full throttle to Giro d'Italia * Bennett rejoins the bunch * Bennett urges support for worlds * why Bennett won't race 2018 Le Tour. "I didn't even get a finger on the brake. I just went full whack into the side. If it had been a bigger car and I hadn't been able to go over the top of him, I would have been completely stuffed. It was a pretty small car and it had roof racks on. I managed to get my body over, but my legs caught the roof racks and pulled them straight off. When I was first on the ground, I was doing the old wiggle the toes. I wasn't thinking about the gyro, I was just thinking that I'm just generally happy to be fine. I then moved up the list and thought maybe I can still do the gyro, and by the time I got out of hospital we said I should still start today." 12 months ago, Michele Scarponi was killed on a training ride, following his opening stage victory at the Tour of the Alps. Pello Bilbao, the first rider across the finish line on Monday, Tuesday NZT, dedicated the win to his fallen teammate. "Throughout the whole year, he's always on our mind," Bilbao said. "For me, it's an honor to be here in this Maglia jersey, in Italy, his country. Of course, this victory is for him and his family. He's been an important inspiration for our team, and that's why it is the most special victory." Bennett finished among a group of 6 riders, including Team Sky's Chris Froome, that finished 10 seconds behind Bilbao on the 134.6 km stage from Arco to Folgaria. He said the close call really hit home, especially during the anniversary of Scarponi's death and following the recent death of his friend, Australian rider Jason Lowndes. "I knew Scarponi. I did training camps and things when he was there, but Lowndes was a friend of mine. I'd go to dinner with him in Girona. You always know the risk riding a bike, but it's just another eye-opener." It's the second time in 12 months that Bennett has been hit by a car in the lead-up to a major race. The last year he ended up on the bonnet of a car, with his helmet broken into pieces, after the driver turned straight in front of him. That particular incident occurred during his preparations for the Tour de France. This year's Tour of the Alps, which features Tour de France champion Froome and Fabio Aru, who finished 5th, starts in Italy and finishes in Austria. It is a climber's paradise with a total of 13,100 meters of elevation across the 5 days. The final stage takes place in the city of Innsbruck and covers much of the same ground that will be used for the UCI Road World Championships later this year, providing Bennett an early chance to test himself on the course. Bennett has been in strong form this year, registering back-to-back top 10 finishes at World Tour events Tirreno Adriatico and Volta a Catalunya. He also finished 11th at the Tour Down Under. But the big focus is the Giro d'Italia, and the Tour of the Alps will be his final warm-up before that begins on May 4.